Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights. It's episode 101 of Bright Lights. I'm here with you today with two games in the Champions League. We're going to be playing Hertha first, then Celtic. The main reason this isn't on stream is because it's not our normal streaming time. I do have the day off. There's a few games in between this Hertha game, like Everton, West Brom again, then Celtic. It means that I can play a few of these games, get them out the way, and then when we do get on stream, we can play the Atletico Madrid game and play the rest of the Champions League group stage games. I'm currently recording episode 100 as we're recording episode 101. We got a few clips that I'm still clipping out. Same with Jackson for the win. If you haven't seen episode 100, it is the last episode. Highly recommend you check it out. But, this is all being filmed kind of at the same time. So if there's some overlap, I do apologize. It should all work out when we upload it to YouTube anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We did go through those fixtures in episode 100, but we'll do it here quickly in episode 101. We beat Fulham 3-0 and Liverpool 2-0. Touched on those games a little bit, but we dominated both. Matteo Rocci's only conceded the 2 goals against Arsenal so far and kept the clean sheet every other game. We do have an injury for this game here against Hertha, who have quite the squad. If we go in there, we've had a look at it in more depth, but Lewis Urbury is the wonder kid, is pretty damn good. They have Asane, who I think is not bad in terms of Premier League level. This is a team that finished second, by the way, in the Premier League. Eggerstein's obviously got really good at finishing, so I don't really need to give him a chance. I'm hoping that Atletico beats Celtic here when we beat Hertha, and that's probably the best start for us. Dosek's currently out with that knock that he picked up in the Liverpool game. Well, we picked up before the Liverpool game in training. He played the Liverpool game with an injection, so he's not 100% there, but we've gone with Godin and Arthur in the middle of the park. Two people that I know play well. Could get Miguel in there for some game time too, but I think we can play Godin and get away with that. We are going to play Moreno. We're going to go quite full strength. I expect Hertha in Germany to be quite strong. And then away from home, and when we play them at home at the same night, we can probably rotate a little bit because we're quite good at home. We've probably shown that over in the past in the Champions League. Look, I just want us to go out there and perform. Let's go beat Hertha away from home. I'm going to actually ask my assistant because I don't know too much about this Hertha side. And in a 4-4-1-1, I don't actually like pressing because it always seems in 4-4-1-1, this centre attacking mid and the midfielders always get left alone, even if you go to press. So I'm just going to let it sit. But he's truly been unbeatable in recent matches. I don't know why I can't last a little bit longer. It would be nice. I would have played Joe Smith in a game like this, usually, but Smith is going to get his game time against West Brom and probably against Wolves and Brentford and that. I just want Rocci, while I was in such good form, to just keep on playing, and we never, leave that good run of form, and he can just continue to play like this the whole time. Our problem against Hertha is going to be keeping the ball, I reckon. They're a very good possession-based side that I've looked at so far when I've gone and scouted them out. They've kept the ball really well last season, and this season they've started keeping the ball anyway. It's a good long ball into Adrian's path. Adrian, don't give him a chance. He will bury. He doesn't bury that one, though, as Lozia makes himself big there in goal, and Adrian doesn't bury the one-on-one. I do reckon that us away from home in the Champions League, we just need to focus on being solid. I reckon at home we could be one of the best sides in Europe. I reckon this squad is definitely good enough to win the Champions League. It just depends what goes on here in the group stage. Hertha away from home, considering how good they have been in the Bundesliga of late, I do get worried. They even give Bayern a bit of a run for their money anyway. For some long second lines, we should win that Miranda. Arthur should win the ball, doesn't. I reckon we're going to miss Dosek's, a little bit of his defensive side. Anyway, that's a great ball to Eggerstein, who puts it wide. Defense caught at 6s and 7s there, not knowing who to pick up. And there we are. That's just the confusion the 4-4-1-1 creates on Football Manager this season. Nakamura picking up a booking too. We haven't actually looked that good here, and I reckon it's been mostly all Hertha this game. Anyway, Lozia on the ball. Can we just get in here? Use a little bit of tighter marking. Off we go. We don't get there. Adrian now forcing the keeper. Can we win the ball? Second lines here. We do. Haller can now run at his man. Beats one, and off he goes. Still with Haller. Haller. Good ball back stick. Nakamura on the volley. That's 1-0. That's what we come to see. Yama Nakamura on the volley at the back sticks. His 5th goal for the year already. Great ball from Haller. And players that I mentioned in the episode 100 that made my dream team, there you go. Haller with the ball. It's a great ball there from Haller. Runs inside, picks it up, and just maybe a settling goal. We've been a little bit nervy in this game. We haven't been at our best, but a goal away from home. Hopefully we can calm the nerves down. We haven't kept the ball too well, and we've been a little bit open. They probably should have been 1-0 ahead with the chance for Eggerstein. But at the moment, though, still 1-0 up and loving it at the moment. And a highlight right at the end. Haller knocks down. And no, good ball to Arthur. Can we create late doors here? The ball out to Miranda's good. Miranda's got a good cross in. Can he find a ball in here? 2-0 would be great. Haller at the back stick. Haller won't miss that one. What a ball from Miranda. What good build up from the city of Liverpool. From Sunderland. And there we go. 2-0 up. Away from home in Germany. And it just looks like in the last 10 minutes, we kind of settled into this one. It was a bit frantic. Herver kept the ball really well. We couldn't press in. We couldn't win it. But now, all of a sudden, we've shown a little bit of our quality. We're 2-0 up. A few bookings around, which I don't like at all. We'll definitely make some changes to do with those bookings so people don't get suspended. But there we are. At halftime, it is 2-0 to Sunderland. And I'm very pleased with that. Keep it going. The last time we were 2-0 up, though, in Germany, against a team that played 4-4-1-1, was Hoffenheim in the first leg of the semi-final of the Europa League back when we won it, in the season we won it. We went 2-2 in the next 5 minutes. They scored for 2 goals in 5 minutes. We ended up losing that tie 3-2, that game 3-2, but winning the tie overall in at home on away goals, I believe. Anyway, 2 back heels there in a row from Ano and from Morano. In there we keep it, Daniel and Ives, and this is where we're good. Building up from the back, we've scored a lot of good team goals. Ives has got a good range of passing, but that wasn't great from him. And Uruguayan, the wonder kid, picks it up. Can we press in here and win it off him? Anyway, pressing him in, he goes back to the keeper, which is smart, and Lotzia can play out now. If he wants to go short, he does. Gup now on it. We have pressed up enough here to force him to really try and play, but Asona's going to face forward. It's good build-up play, but a great crunching challenge there from Arthur. Haller now. Good ball over to Nakamura, who's out wide, creating some width. Can he get a good ball in? He does. Backstick. Adrian on the header. He's hit the bar. And it could have been 3-0, and Adrian could have started his goal-scoring run in the Champions League as well. It's a corner to Haller. Haller now whips it in. Backstick. Can we get a header? We don't. Headed back across. The header at goals. It's punched and cleared eventually. And there we go. Still 2-0 up. Still looking the goods, so to say. We haven't kept the ball too well, but we have looked good when we have had the ball. Moreno picking up a knock. A few injuries, a few yellows as well. I don't want to be losing people to yellow cards. Bob hasn't really had too much game time. And in a game where we're 2-0 up, I think we can get Bob out there. He's the youngest ever goal scorer in the Champions League. And off he goes. We'll see how Moreno recovers. I don't actually have a natural right back. And Burgess is going to play the next game anyway. So we might leave Moreno out there. Time's still ticking away here, and we're going to get Haller off for Harry Wilson. And just get Wilson into the inside forward on attack. Get him some minutes, obviously, Harry as well. Get another guy that's on the yellow card off, and hopefully he'll be okay. Anyway, it will be Miranda, frozen into Arthur. Arthur now takes a touch into Miranda yet again. Miranda now into Arthur, into No, into Mike. Mike's actually started well in the Premier League in the one game he played, got a 7.6, and he's playing okay today, keeping it well with No now. And No's ball over the top, looking for Adrian. What a ball it was from No. Adrian's in. He doesn't usually miss them, but he misses that one there too. He's having a shocker as Nicholas. I'm actually going to get Avriel on for Nicholas Adrian at the last. Give Avriel some game time. I'm actually planning on playing Rojas against Everton. And giving Adrian just a game break because he has been playing a lot of football. They've gone 3, 2 wing backs, 2, a 1 and a 2. But I think it's a little bit too late there for Herver. Can we find a free kick here with Harry Wilson? He actually went for goal and it wasn't too far away. But that is all she is going to write here. And we do win 2-0 against Hertha Berlin in Germany, which is a good result. We'll see what was the other result between Celtic and Atletico Madrid. I would imagine we would have got through with Atletico Madrid winning. I'll speak to the press in a second off camera. Be interesting to know what happened in that game. Atletico and Celtic haven't played yet. They play in a couple of hours' time. I'm actually very interested to see what happens. I'll send the assistant and we'll continue on just so we know where we sit in terms of the Champions League. It's nice to be playing first and we'll see how we sit going into this game here. Celtic, and wouldn't mind Celtic getting a draw. I know that we can probably beat Celtic home and away, and Atletico are going to be quite difficult. Atletico do win, something you kind of figured. Was it 1-1 at any stage? It wasn't. So Celtic might be the whooping boys in this group. Anyhow, we are still top of the Premier League on goal difference, and we'll see you in a second for that Celtic game. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to rotate the squad around before that Celtic game as well, and really try and get 2 wins from 2 in the Champions League. Welcome back, YouTube. Episode 101. It is the second game of the Champions League group stage draw. It's Sunderland versus Celtic. Since we last joined, obviously, in the beating of Hertha Berlin, we have played a few games, 2 in the league, 1 in the Carabao Cup. As you can see, a lot of green, which means we haven't won those games. We did beat Everton 2-1 there in a very good game. Matteo Rocci, though, what a goalkeeper we have on our hands. He probably deserved the match rating of like 8.59. They had 14 shots, 6, and it just seemed like everything on target the keeper was saving. He pulled off great save after great save after great save. There was this save in the 26th minute, and then there was a save in, I think it was a 72nd minute, down low to his left, that I thought was going to be it. But yeah, we're 1-0 up at this point, and that Everton was starting to pump our goals, and then Rocci just goes in and goes bang. It was a bit unfortunate that he had to concede. I'm pretty sure this is the highlight. Like, Berkeley takes a good touch. Just what a save from the keeper. Like, we have a seriously good goalkeeper on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a little bit of a shame that we may not even see how far he will grow because of if we win the Champions League this season, we will of course go and finish the save because Mateo's been sensational. Just the reaction time there is just unbelievable. I think he pulled off something like 6 clear-cut saves in that game. Unbelievable. We then beat West Brom 4-0. Did play Joe Smith in that game, but as you can see, very rotated. Jose Ramon actually started for us for the first time. He's actually worth 27 mil, ladies and gentlemen. And we picked him up on a free. We then beat West Brom 3-0 in the league. We rotated slightly. Our full strength, so I haven't played in 2 games, so I thought it would have been okay if most of them played and then played 3 days later against Celtic, which we kind of did, quite full strength. This game could have finished about 10. Adrian missed a lot of chances. He had 2 clear-cut chances, and the one he scored I don't think was exactly clear-cut. No cracking goals really to tell you about or anything like that. We just seem to have pumped both sides that we played. We now got Celtic here. Atletico have got Hertha in Spain. A draw would be lovely there, or maybe Madrid winning that one, and then when Hertha and Madrid play again, Hertha winning in Germany would be fine. Nakamura is nearly ready to come back and sit on the bench, but I think against Celtic we should be good enough to see it out without him needing to come onto the pitch. We do have Donaldson that can play out there though, so it will be Mateo, Moreno, Daniel and Ives, Miranda, Dosek, Arthur. Dosek is fit enough coming back from his injury to play this one. Haller and No and Donaldson and Adrian in goals. Because of the injury to Nakamura, I have got Alvary and Rojas both on the bench, and Dyer, Harry Wilson, Durant, Miguel, Kim Jan and Van Dijk. Obviously, they're making up the bench as well. Expect to see a little bit more of Jose Ramon because he actually impressed me in the one game he played. He played at centre mid too, so I wouldn't mind seeing him play him a bit further forward. And if we can get him growing just a little bit, get him up to 30-odd mil, it reminds me a lot of Ndiaye, who's had a great start to the year, by the way. 5 games, 3 goals, 2 assists in the Premier League, 2 player of the matches, all basically coming off the bench. Just some great stuff. Anyhow, their team's looking like that. The Celtic side we have looked at in the past, but, their key player was Stortello, by memory. He's alright, the winger, and Sam is still there, or Samu, as people like to call him, Castillejo. He's still looking alright too, the experienced winger, but then they've got a few regions that are just, they're good, but they're not great. Anyway, we should be winning this one fairly comfortably. I'm going to tell them to carry on where they finished the last match. Not many people seem to be bothered with that one, but the good old I have faith in you, let's get going has worked here. We're at home, so I'm going to go with our normal intensity and press. Always man marking, and also people on the right, and people on the left. Oh, that's Ryan Numbe. I've used him before on previous FMs. If they want to click over. After this is filmed, I'm going to keep going on with my editing of episode 100. It's a bit of a long episode to edit that one there. But we will edit it nonetheless, and then it will be a stream, I'm guessing tonight, as it is the Monday stream. Was looking back, obviously, at that Rocci save, or Mateo. I love calling him Mateo. It just rolls off the tongue so well. Mateo. But hopefully we don't need to see him save too many. We just batter Celtic into submission, as the kick out from Mateo wasn't the best, and Tadic now running forward. What a tackle there from Dossi, but it fools the frames. He's in. He's just too good in goals, ladies and gentlemen. He is unbelievable. He is Smithies-esque. I'm calling it now. He is just as good as Smithies. We have a keeper on our hands. Anyway, the header straight at Mateo again in the right position. I wouldn't say Joe Smith was conceding chances like that, but Joe Smith wasn't having as much of a save to goal success rate. Mateo, even at Bologna in his last season, was incredible, and he's been incredible here again, and he's been incredible in the Champions League. It's been unbelievable. We have now come back into this game, 76% possession and 5 shots, but I'm now going to tell everybody, let's get creative and let's go out there and let's actually put him to the sword. Let's get a goal before half-time. It hasn't come. Look, I don't care how results come in the Champions League. I'll take a free kick from Adrian, though. Block. Donaldson hit it, Bob. Didn't. Adrian, will he hit one? No. He goes all the way back to Arthur, and maybe we can just retain possession. Off we go. Adrian's coming out on the right-hand side now, but finds Moreno on the overlap. Moreno doesn't get the ball in there. Arthur, can he get a ball in there? He doesn't. Back to Daniel. Into Dosek. Into a No. Great play. And No now. His ball out to Moreno is good. Into Arthur. Probing in the spaces here. Back into Moreno. Can he now get the ball in? He does. Adrian didn't get there. Headed away, but only as far as Miranda. And we're probing again with Dosek. Back to Miranda. Good control possession here from the original free kick for Sunderland. Into Miranda again in space. Can he work this cross in? He doesn't. Finds a No. His drilled ball in is blocked. Arthur heads down. Bob. And No from distance over the bar. Didn't find that clear-cut ball into the box, but it was good here from Sunderland. And Moreno again with a throw into Haller. Doesn't find him, and it might fall Frems. Frems there keeps it in, but only because Daniel lets him, and he gets the ball. Haller's 1v1 with the keeper. Surely cuts at Adrian. The easiest goal Adrian is going to score in his Sunderland career. Frems decided to keep it in. Daniel kind of said, okay, keep it in. I'll win it off you now, as you can see here. The ball into Haller from Daniel was pretty good first time. Just chipped it into the space for him to run onto. Looked like Haller was going to be selfish. Cut it back, and Adrian's not going to miss from 4 yards and an open goal, you don't think. And we are finally 1-0 up against Celtic. 45 minutes played. Looks like halftime's going to be 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll take that at the break, you know. No one need to be nervous here, Matteo. You've been pretty good. I'm very pleased how things are going, lads. Keep it up. And, you know, winning this game today, you just keep that unbeaten run going. You know, I already know what the chat's going to say as soon as we turn on the stream. Unbeaten season. People were saying it last night after we got past the big 4 games that was on stream last night. But, yeah, we'll see how things go, and off we go. Anyway, 55 minutes played. Still 1-0 up. Still looking the goods. Apart from William No, who's had a bit of a tougher time than he really needs to be at the moment. But we do have more in Dyer. Like I said, they can come on and just go like for like and is in some sensational form. It actually links up really well with Adrian too. They have a very good understanding. Anyway, Haller, ball in, backstick, headed away. Only as far as Ives. Takes a touch. Good ball back out to Haller, who can drill across him, that's for sure. Comes inside, does. And Dyer, own goal nearly. It's not. And there we are. No, I can't pronounce that. What's his first name? Stoll does enough to keep it out after the centre-back did his best to try and put it into his own net. Hertha are taking a shock 1-0 lead away in Spain, which suits us quite nicely. We're going to make another change here, and it's going to be for Alvary for Donaldson. Like for like, Alvary can play on the left quite well. I'm actually going to move to him inside forward, though, and see if he really wants to come inside and help out. Adrian, get another number in and around that box. And hopefully Avriel can just put this game to bed. He's been in very good form as Avriel too. They bring on another striker. An own goal by the Wonder Kid has made it 1-1 there. A draw would be great if we hold on here for a win. As things stand though, not safe from Celtic as it's still only 1-0, but it's a highlight. We are going to get Dosick off. He has looked gassed. Anyway, Moreno there. The man's left Haller, but in the end he's done enough, and then Moreno does find Haller. If he won the ball cleanly, Haller was in. Anyway, drew a ball in. Adrian, I'm actually surprised that he's put it wide. Wow. Anyway, it did say Dosick is absolutely gassed, and we are going to make that last change. It's going to be light for light. Durant Miguel's going to come in there. I'm actually going to drop him back into his preferred position. But we are going to stay on the front foot here. I don't think there's a need to really go and ask for some trouble here from Celtic. You know, if we sit back, Celtic could definitely work a couple of chances. We've been on top, and we should be 3 or 4-0 up. So by staying as we are, I feel like we're going to create more chances than us conceding. But here comes Celtic with the ball. Can we press in and maybe win it? Goes back to Stoll, who does clear it. Oh my days, it's one of the funnier goals you're going to see. And Moore and Dyer does not know nothing about it. He's going to press him. He's been absolutely foul-cooned, ladies and gentlemen. And he has scored one of the more comedic goals you're going to see on FM. He's been foul-cooned hard. So Stoll just absolutely levered him in the face. And then Dyer's just gone, I meant that, boss. Don't worry about it. 2-0, game over. His goal-scoring form continues at Moore and Dyer. In saying that, though, free kick, effort at goal over the bar. Look, Matteo deserves another clean sheet for how well he's keeping. So if he can keep another one, that would be great. It's going to be a last-gasp free kick here for Haller. Haller's ball, backstick there. Durant Miguel heads it back at goal. In the end, Stoll does well to save. But it should be us winning here 2-0 against Celtic at the Stadium of Light. A very good performance in terms of us being creative and fluid with the ball, dominating possession, but not very good from us in terms of actually finishing the game. You know, going out there, making our chances count, 4-5-0. And not a problem. In the end, Benjamin Mendy had actually a half-decent game, even at his age. Daniel gets man of the match, which I'm pretty, I reckon that's not a bad way to go. Once again, our keeper gets a clean sheet and only a 6.9 rating. It is pretty poor when that happens, FM. You need to fix it. But we'll continue on. That will mean that's the end of this episode. When you see us next YouTube, we'll probably be live on the Twitch stream as well. And that will be for that Atletico Madrid double header. I would imagine that game there finished 1-1. I didn't see another result. It did finish 1-1. So we are 2 points clear with Atletico Madrid at a Stadium Light next. That's a huge... No, it's not. It's us and away from home. If we can get a draw there, then beat them at home, we will be more we'll be more than not. We won't be assured, but we'll be more than happy because we'll be top of the group after playing Atletico Madrid twice, and we probably will top the group then. Look, this Atletico Madrid side is a really good side. We know all about it, and they've got a player that's playing from that's travelling, the 34-year-old. I will hope he starts because Haller and Nakamura will definitely run him ragged. But anyhow, from Damien from Sunderland from Brighton, so that's episode 101 done. Thank you for watching it again. If you're new to the YouTube channel and you haven't watched all 100 episodes, please like the video and go subscribe. Then catch up to, of course, because it's been a crazy series. 100 odd episodes in Football Manager series is insane. To just keep the hype for that long is great. And as always, because we will be streaming sooner rather than later, link in the description below. Come follow us on Twitch for all the madness to watch everything live and non-League to Legend once this series does finish as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you next time for episode 102 of Bright Lights.